EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now Griffin on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 23 yards on the play. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Griffin. His throw incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, Griffin. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
To number 15.
An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
He's brought down.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Griffin. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
26 is the ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now again, right side. Not. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And 2.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
8 yards.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Hurd. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down.
40-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Buccaneer first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 6-0 our score after one.
6. Buccaneers, nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Catch is made by Hurd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Griffin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try to get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Bucs' 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
And 1.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Jackson. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. red zone now. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 19 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
50 seconds, Mike, 50 seconds. Let's go, team. Let's go. Check it back, check it back. Check.
Here's Patterson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going up. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me...
And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Connection made with Shenault. The 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. LaVisca Shenault, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
26. Buccaneers.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, You have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tighten down. There you go. 18 run.
Griffin. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. On second down, it's Patterson, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Makes the footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
2nd and 10 now. Griffin. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Intended for Chris Godwin. He was defended by Julian Blackman.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Griffin. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
On the play. 3 and out.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. LaVisca Chenault with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Jaguars 47. Buccaneers.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And his throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Once again, Griffin. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
From midfield now, here's Griffin. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A gain of 20.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Jaguars, first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
50 seconds to mine. Stop your whining.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
His kick.
No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The first down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Second and 11.
Here's Griffin to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Griffin now to throw on third down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Griffin. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Griffin will throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long. It's Griffin.
3rd and long.
And that is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go play action with Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. Once again, Griffin. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jaguars, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the...